Hey all, Hipper here. So the first day of 2022, and I think we should kick it off with an Exeter battle. And of course I'm using Tenant Agile build, and on the ship I have the steering gears. That's pretty much it. 3 heals, 3 sonars, and 3 smokes. So you got pretty much all the tools at your disposal here. 3.3 rudder and 36 knots. So an Agile Exeter, and in all honesty, the build I think is the best for this ship here, especially because it gives you 3 smokes and 3 heals at tier 5. So we're here on one of the most, the maps I enjoy the most when I play these tiers here. This name escapes me right now, and I also much prefer A and B spawns. C spawns, well, seems to be more like something for battleship players really, because there's so much open water and you kind of start very close together, and it's hard to do anything funny really in a cruiser. But over here at A it's much easier. I do prefer the opposite spawn though, on the other side of A, but this one will do. And as you'll see in a minute, this destroyer here actually helps me out a lot. And if you play destroyers, then one of the best things you can do in the beginning of the battle, if a cruiser is following you in like this, like I'm doing here, and I know I have my own smoke in Exeter, so this is a bad example, but say this was a cruiser without smoke, then do like this guy is doing here. Like, he tells me set a smoke screen, and of course that means he's going to set a smoke screen. And notice where he sets it. He doesn't set it outside the cap, and he doesn't set it like in a weird spot. He sets it right on the edge of the cap, and he still spots for me. So I wasn't really prepared for this, so that's why I changed my plan according to this, to go over here and actually use this smoke, even though I actually have my own. This is such a good play by this destroyer here. Like, it really opens up this flank, and if you have the opportunity, I think you should do it every battle pretty much, unless you need the smoke for yourself, of course, in the destroyer. If a cruiser follows you in, pop a smoke and allow him to help you cap from the safety of smoke. I mean, it works beautifully. Now I'm a little bit out of the cap here because this map here is really small, so I don't want to get in too close to this Fiji here. So I am going to sit here and wait for the Fiji to pop up, and I'm just telling the destroyer I need intelligence, and he's happy to give it, which is perfect, and there he is. Just lay under another Fiji, my bad. But anyway, just gotta get rid of him, and that was like kind of a bad salvo right there. And in Exeter you have to wait a long time for your next salvo, so the DD is getting a little impatient, but take him out there, and that's it. This flank here is won now, and pretty much thanks to this destroyer player here, and now it's up to me to defend him from the onslaught. Of course, some cruiser players will not recognize an opportunity like this, and they will just either ignore the smoke or race straight through it and into the cap and get the one shot. And then as a destroyer player, yeah, you wasted a smoke. But in my opinion, I think it's worth doing. And of course, if you know or recognize another player, you are like almost certain that it's not some random person who plays the game a few times. So now I'm going to move in here to help the destroyer cap, so we can leave this flank here, because we need to get over and help the others. This flank here is won. There's only a battleship left, so there's really no point sticking around over here. If he starts to cap, we can easily reset him from the other side of the map. So it's better to move over towards B. And if you saw my chess here video not long ago, the way I play Exeter on this map here is pretty much identical. I mean, win your flank, and then win B, or try to win B. Like, usually you enter B and you keep the enemies from capping until your team gets the perfect shot at whoever they need to shoot at, I guess. Because holding B means that someone will need to make a play to get you out of there, and usually that means they make a mistake. So you can see everyone else pretty much is gathered at C, all the reds that is, And of course that means that we cannot hang around over here much longer. The Nelson is our threat, like I said. If he starts the cap, we can just reset him. It's much more important to get over and reinforce the other flank, although they are actually doing pretty well now. We've taken out 4 of the 9 ships, so and this Nelson here has no backup, so he's pretty much dead. Well, he will be sooner or later. So it's time to leave this flank here. It's also been almost 5 minutes over here, and that's usually how long I spend on a flank. If a flank after 5 minutes looks like it's not winnable, or you just don't have the teammates to do it, then it's better just to, well, not give up, but see if you can't possibly grab another cap instead, and make yourself more useful. And in this case here, we were lucky to grab A, so there's, like I said, there's absolutely no point sticking around over there. So we're going to head over to B, because I am sure the Reds want to cap B as well, now that we have taken C. So really good work over on the C flank, because they were facing a lot of Reds over there. But they seem to have prevailed pretty much. So that's awesome. Of course, I don't really know what went on over there, because I was busy over here, but it looks like they did really well. A good thing about agile cruisers, and Exeter in particular, because it has fast acceleration, is that it's very, very easy to reposition. If you get into trouble, or like in this case here, you just need to go to the next cap and do it quickly, because you can see that it's getting capped now. So I gotta get in here and stop the Reds from capping, because it's much easier to take a cap than it is to actually flip a cap. And that's pretty much a philosophy I live by in this game here. So I'm not gonna shoot at this Nelson here yet, because I don't want him to pretty much get a shot at me, because I can see that his turrets are just aimed at exactly where I am. So I need to get a little bit of cover first, because I don't have a smoke screen. And as you saw, I turned on my sonar in here, because it can pretty much cover the whole cap. And of course, there's Sashio here. He is he's outed. Everyone can see him now, and I'm gonna keep him spotted for the next minute and a half, unless he runs away, basically. So this is the play I always do on this map here. If I can get into this position here and keep the destroyer spotted, someone else sooner or later will be able to flank a little bit and take that destroyer out. And in some cases the destroyer panics and runs away. In other cases, like in this case here, he actually gets annoyed and tries to torp me, which is of course something that I'm looking forward to. It doesn't happen very often, because obviously it's not the best play. I'm not sure what the best play for a destroyer in this situation here would be, but I would probably just disappear out of sonar range and then try again later. And yeah, don't know what those torps are for, but there they are. And hello, Asashio. Have a little bit of this. And like I said, the reload is slow on Exeter, but you got the fast acceleration, meaning that I get away from this. Would probably have been a kill. Well, not probably. I would most certainly have been killed if I had stayed. But that acceleration is just wonderful, and that's why I love Exeter, and that's why I love Edinburgh. Because you get the acceleration for free, while you still have your agile build. Of course, it's better on Edinburgh, because like the rudder is much faster, and of course it shoots much faster as well. It has a radar, and yada yada yada. But Exeter, tier for tier, is a better ship, I think. It's just the king of tier 5. I value ships that I always have a good time playing, and Exeter is definitely one of those ships. I always have a great time playing this ship, just like Edinburgh. I didn't used to, I've said that a few times, I didn't used to have a good time in Edinburgh, but I do now. And same thing with Hipper. I also always have a good time in that ship. Win or lose, doesn't matter. So that's probably my like measure for if a ship is good or not. It's not really if it's like a good carry ship. It's more the fact that it allows me to have fun in this game here, which I love. Because honestly, why would you play this game otherwise then? Sure, you can abuse the meta and you can, play the slightly overpowered ships and stat pad all you want, but that seems pretty boring in the long run, if you ask me. So anyway, Exeter, love it. So that's the third kill here, and I'm thinking, oh, we might actually get the elusive Kraken in this game here, because as far as I know, I have yet to have a Kraken in Exeter. Which is a bit strange, because actually I played the ship quite a bit. Or maybe I did get a Kraken, I just don't remember, but I don't think so. I think I started thinking about this a few months ago, and I thought, oh, actually, I don't think I ever got a Kraken in this ship here. But anyway, we're getting close in this match here, but I think I can reveal that, again, this elusive Exeter Kraken, it submerges beneath the sea, never to be seen again. So I'll have to try again, I guess. So this here, a great game. Like the destroyer in the beginning, excellent play by him. I love that, and it actually happens a lot down here at tier 5, much more than at tier 7, because, well, most people enjoy playing at tier 5 because it's just different. And usually the better players actually hang around down here. Because I would be very surprised in tier 7 if someone smoked me up in a cruiser. I'll give you that. Anyway, 4 kills, 2700 XP, and pretty good battle here. Nothing special, but still, hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I'll see you out there.